What's happening, guys? Coming at you today with another frequently asked question video series, and we're going to get into that just after this. My name is Johnathan Price, owner and operator of downforsoundshop.com and this YouTube channel, which is two of the fastest growing things in car audio. If you will, hit that subscribe button and enable notifications so you know every time we drop a video, and you'll get it sent to your inbox and you'll be able to check it out first. All right, so let's get into these questions that you guys be asking on my YouTube channel. I do go through and read the comments and the questions that y'all have, and I try to answer them here for you. Again, I don't know anybody else that's doing this for you guys, so show me some love. Hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment below. Let me know if you have any questions so we can keep this rolling. All right, first person is Pittsburgh 412. The question, or JP, I have a question. I have an excess power D3400 under the hood and a D4S 6.0 lithium battery in the back. Would you put the battery that was already under the hood, the replaced one, I'm assuming he's talking about the factory one, in the back with the lithium too, or just get rid of it? Because it's still a good battery. If it's still a good battery and you want to add to your reserve capacity and everything, you could definitely add it in. Or if you want to, you could leave that battery under the hood and you could do the D3400 and the LTO in the back. So it would be under hood battery, back to the D3400, to your LTO, and then to your amplifier. So yes, you could do that if you want to have more reserve capacity, or you could just sell it and just be done with it. And if you wanted to sell it somewhere, you could do that as well. All right, on to the next one. One error says, will those prefab assemble at home boxes, the 412? He's talking about our profab or our flat packs that we have. He's talking about the 412 box explode with 4 X12s, or do you think it can handle it? No, it cannot. These boxes that are the do-it-yourself and or our prefabs, they're just like medium duty or light duty boxes. They're not made to have huge subwoofers in there. If you look in the description on a lot of them, it'll say do not use anything over, I think, a SAV2 or a U series subwoofer in here, because it will break the box. We actually had a guy locally that just did this with 4 X12s yesterday. He sent me a message, and or 10s or 12s, I can't remember which one it was, but anyway, he sent a message and he said that he blew the box apart, basically, because he has a ton of power and he had 4 X10s or 12s, I can't remember what it is, on a ton of power, and he said he blew it apart. And I'm like, of course you did. You should know better, one. But if you have a heavy duty subwoofer like that, a sub that weighs 60, 70, 90 pounds, you should at minimum have double baffle, triple baffle, double walls, tons of bracing, everything like that, or you're just asking for it. So a single wall subwoofer box, don't try to put something, you may get by with it in some cases, but it's never a good turnout. You're gonna end up blowing the box apart. So no, they are not, the flat pack boxes or the pro fab boxes are not made for big beefy subwoofers. One, they're not heavy duty enough. Two, usually the airspace is all wrong. For instance, our profab single 12 box is, I believe, right at 1.9 or 2 cubic feet. So an X12 needs 2.5 cubic feet. So it's all wrong airspace wise as well. So just don't do it. Just get a heavy duty box built. We offer those custom enclosures that'll be built and to exactly what you want. Yes, they're more expensive, but they're not going to blow apart, and they're going to sound and look amazing. Jesus Sandoval. Sorry, I'm from the South, so when we see Jesus, we think Jesus. So it says, is RCA voltage output on the head unit important if you are using a DSP? Some head units only put out 2 volts or less. Yes, it is very important to have good output voltage from a head unit. I would set the minimum at a 4 volt out. Sometimes you can have a DSP that will amplify it, or you can have RCA voltage amplifiers, if you will, so you can turn it up. But if you're going to be doing this, if you're going to be buying a head unit, just look for one that has good voltage on the output so you're not struggling in that area. Again, 4 volts or better in my opinion. So don't skimp on that part. Next person, Tony187 Soundproof, asks, is it okay to run low pass filter on your deck and your amp as long as they're both set at the same frequency? I mean, you can. I mean, I think it's essentially and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's essentially doing the same exact thing. So I would just use your amplifier. Me personally, I mean, it's going to be the last thing that your subwoofer sees. So I would just use your amplifier and set it whatever you want it to be at on your amplifier and let it go from there. Let's see the next person, and this will be the last question. Sid the Kid. Should I have an individual amp for my tweeters if I don't want to use coaxial door speakers? I would definitely recommend using an amplifier for this. You could do, we have a few different combo packs like the JP84 and 4 Sundown tweeters, but you could do a JP84 or the JP234 depending on how many tweeters you're going to be running and how much power they're rated at. But most tweeters are fairly delicate and they don't require a ton of power to get them playing like they should be. So we have a lot of them paired with the JP84 because it's going to give you about 100 watts by 4, maybe a little more. But anyway, it's a great amplifier to run 4 or 8 tweeters off of if they are, say, tweeters in the 80 to 125 watt range. If you have some big tweeters that handle a lot of power, you could always go with the JP234, which will do up to almost 500 watts a channel at 2 ohms. So we got you covered on whatever power you're looking for your mids and highs. I appreciate you coming and joining me on another episode of Frequently Asked Questions here on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and keep it locked in here on my channel so you know every time we drop some more videos. You'll know that if you enable the notifications. So click that bell and we'll make it happen. We'll come back and answer a bunch more questions in the future. See you in the next one. Later. What's happening, guys? If y'all enjoyed all the hot content that you saw in that video, be sure to follow me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram under the Lifer Price, and also Down for Sound Shop on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget Snapchat. I'm JPD4S on there, so be sure to check me out there. We'll see you in the next one. Later.